like you do because you watch like a Ukrainian YouTuber who tells you like, no, it's actually good to masturbate to the Russian orcs are exploding compilations on Reddit. And then you go, oh man, now I don't feel conflicted about the situation. You're arguing with Wumbo Cumbo, brother. I mean, I know I'm on Twitch. So are you. Of course I'm going to argue with fucking idiots all the goddamn time. Holy fuck. The only thing I want to hear from Ukrainians is how they avoid the top of the hour ad breaks. Okay? Because at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break. If you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. Okay? Right. That's what I want to hear. By living in Ukraine, yeah, I think I don't think I'm serving as the Ukraine. Preston for the win. Thank you for the 5 get the subs, allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. Democracy Now! Had a Ukrainian socialist on, and he was talking about how reactionary both Russia and Ukraine have gotten since the invasion. Of course they have. When a country invades another country, they become more reactionary. Look at the United States of America post 9/11, okay, and the actions that we took to justify the Iraq War, to justify invading Afghanistan. Look at the attitude that people had, and look at the situation in Afghanistan or in Iraq as a consequence of said reaction or said invasion. Untrue. That's Hasan's take, so a Ukrainian cannot have the same take. And also, there's always going to be differences in agreement, okay? Like, the notion that, like, there's some Ukrainians out there who will not agree with what I'm saying, that, like, Russia has unjustifiably invaded Ukraine and created an environment that is going to inevitably lead to more nationalistic sentiment within Ukraine as people literally look to hyper-reactionary elements who are willing to do the fucking violence as liberators. If they don't agree with that, then they don't agree with it. That doesn't make me wrong. Ukraine is not a fucking monolith, okay? Jesus Christ. Especially because I'm not even saying something that, like, is ridiculous. I'm not saying that, like, Russia is good for invading. I'm literally shitting on Russia here. Okay? Anyway. I will say I do not think Ukraine will end up as Afghanistan too. Its geographic nearness to the EU and EU's desire for its resources will mean they're going to put work into keeping it stable. I mean, it won't be Afghanistan too. Its impact on Russia will be similar to Afghanistan. But also, it will. So this video still will not be great. Okay, it's going to be shit regardless. It's going to be like the Balkans. Anyway. Also, I forgot to run the fucking ad break. Bread Buai, thank you for the 5 get the subs, allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. Here's a 3-minute ad break now. Basically, what I'm saying is that Ukraine was essentially a satellite state of Russia since the Soviet Union fell. Many Ukrainians were fine with this, but now there's greater pressure for them to conform to Western influence because they understand the West is to be their way to emancipation. I'm not saying this is good. It's just analysis. What? Oh, yeah. I mean, if you're talking about like Eastern positions where they actually had people that were pro-Russia who are no longer pro-Russia, then yes, you are correct. because why the fuck would they be pro-Russia? Even areas that were actually quite sympathetic to the Russian plight or the Russian cause, if you want to call it that, were like, oh, fuck, we're getting bombed. Fuck this shit. Yeah, I mean, that part is obvious, yes. But that doesn't actually, you said I was wrong. And this is not wrong at all. And this has nothing to do. This is, if anything, this is also part of the exact same thing that you're talking about. This whole thing is so fake. Just wait until 2024 when 4 million Ukrainian citizens vote for Biden, and you'll know what all those billions were actually paying for. Yeah, true, real. Anyway, I don't know why this like triggers the fuck out of people. Like, probably because I don't just immediately go, "Oh my god!" It's like God's gift to Earth. Like all the Russian orcs deserve genocide or some shit. I don't fucking know. Did you cover the libs cooking over the Tara Reid situation? Okay, listen, I don't want to talk about that situation. Okay, yet another situation where like I am in support of neither side. I love when chatters are like, "Oh, streamer, what you're still failing to understand over 18 months in this war, the dumb boss or dumb boss." It's worse than that because instead of copying and pasting a fucking Wikipedia page, they're literally copying and pasting something that they read on Reddit, okay? Because listen, whether you are it doesn't matter which side you support, okay? It doesn't matter at all. This is the most Reddit war of all time and you are super fucking Reddit, okay? And you're incredibly Reddit. You cannot control your Reddit ass urges and you have to, and what do people on Reddit love? Debates, okay? All right.
Really, at the end of the day, miscommunication of how that was my idea for the content and the announcement, but they wanted to go a different route, which is fine. Like, I shouldn't have rule over how someone wants to choose their announcement. And so that's what the tweet was basically premising on, but it was more so me being sad that I just couldn't be a part of another female recruit. Right? Because I missed the female Valorant one. I actually had no idea that one was happening. They just kind of did it. And so I had to like kind of accept the fact, well, the ship is already sailed. Hi, baby. And I couldn't like, you know, I can be upset, but it was already done. That's why I was more upset during the Grace announcement because I was like, damn, I just wanted to be a part of it. And it was just really at the end of the day miscommunication.
What is this? This is FaZe Kaylee. Okay. She's a part of FaZe, and this is her take on the FaZe clan announcement of Grace, who is who's an actor, and she announced that she was joining FaZe, and then a lot of people fucking freaked the fuck out on the FaZe side. They were already freaking out. Like the old founders of FaZe were already freaking out from the jump, and they're like looking for any avenue to like shit on FaZe. But they basically use this and weaponize misogyny against Grace to you know, take some shots at FaZe again. Yeah, no, Kaylee's awesome. She's great. I don't understand why they were freaking out. Is there a legitimate reason? No, they're I'm telling you, man. It's because they're looking for anything and everything they can criticize about the new FaZe, right? And it's ironic because like they've literally fucking hired people who are not anywhere near as like invested in the gaming space as like Grace is. Even if she's an actress and blah, 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 she still streams. She still fucking streams more than half of the OGs in FaZe, if not all of the OGs in FaZe. You know what I mean? It's so stupid. They fucking also hired people like Snoop Dogg. You know what I mean? They hired plenty of people that like have no fucking idea what trick shots are either. So they just basically were like, oh, yet another fucking stupid decision by FaZe. Like, they hired a woman. What the fuck? Yeah, she had a similar take to Ludwig. She has respect for the OGs for what they build, but she wants to uplift and support women in the space, and FaZe keeps leaving Kaylee out of the process of introducing new female talent. Yeah. Anyway, I talked about this yesterday. Of course, I'm still fucking phased up. And I don't like that they're being like weird, sweaty losers about this situation. It's expected, but felled off OG's bad management and more women. It's all going down. Yeah, more women. That's what's fucking destroying the FaZe organization and its integrity. You know what I mean? Would you support Russia if they were phased up? I mean, I'd think about it. Phase Putin. Phase Vlad, dude. Okay. Here's some good news. Impeached Attorney General of Texas, Ken Paxton, giving a news interview to Stephen Bannon, talking about how he wouldn't have stopped the 2.5 million mail-in ballots during the presidential election, that Biden would have won Texas and Trump would have lost Texas.
It's certainly critical to my state, and that's why we fought off these 12 lawsuits. We had them in Houston, we had them in San Antonio, we had them in Austin, we had them in the counties where you'd have the most liberal judges. And it was a concerted effort nationally with lots of money going into it. And just knowing that we had 12 lawsuits that we had to win. And if we had lost one of them, like if we lost Harris County, Trump won by 620,000 votes in Texas. Harris County mail-in ballots that they wanted to send out were 2.5 million. Those were all illegal, and we were able to stop every one of them.
Bro, I fucking love how just gross and corrupt these grimy fucks are. He just straight up said, like, yeah, no, we stopped the votes. We stopped people who had voted from having their votes be cast. Apologize to Austin Show. No, he wasn't right. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Shut up. It's just wild that, like, my man got impeached and he's just, like, admitting to crimes now.
Had we not done that, we would have been in the very same situation. We would have been on election night. I was watching election night, and I knew when I saw what was happening in these other states that would have been Texas. We would have been in the same boat. We would have been.
It wasn't ballots. Sorry, it was voter disenfranchisement.
One of those battleground states that they were counting votes in Harris County for 3 days, and Donald Trump would have lost the election. It's.
The people saying, does this mean Beto would have won as well? Or can we add a charge of election tampering? Good to know. You're out of your fucking mind. What do you... Oh, no! Dude, no! Fuck. Oh. God damn it! Oh. Fuck. Bro, do you not also take a giant piss as soon as you wake up she's a baby? Oh my god, dude. She was licking and pawing at the door. This one's on you, my guy. No, she wasn't. Shut the fuck up. Parasocial motherfuckers, brother. Holy fuck.
Battleground states that they were.
She wasn't doing that at all. She was eating food, you fucking idiot. God damn it. Why are people parasocial for my dog, dude? How are you that way? She woke up, she ate some fucking food, and immediately walked over and took a fat piss. No warning bark, nothing whatsoever. Look, she walked over, circled one time, and just went, that's her pissing. You gotta let her out every once in a while. Oh, thanks, man. I had no idea. I can't believe you got me fucking VOD reviewing my own dog's habits as you like defend the dog when you're just wrong. So weird.
Which is a
My favorite r/streetwear poster has to be a HasanAbi head. Homemade Patriot shirt featuring ungodly male Midwestern limbs. Maybe. Is Kaya gonna turn out dumber than Fish? How are your dogs so dumb, lol? Wait, what? Fish was actually very fucking smart. And Kaya is smart as well. She's just too fucking stubborn. That's the problem. It's worth noting that the Ken Paxton video is a few years old. Yeah. Exactly. Well, there you go. Nothing will come of it because voter disenfranchisement. Before Kaya rudely interrupted my my argument, voter disenfranchisement is what Republicans do, so they can openly talk about it. If you were to fucking prosecute one Republican for openly admitting that they do voter disenfranchisement, you have to fucking shut down the entire Republican Party. Dog chatters are worse than audio files now. I'll say it. All right. We're going to talk about Davenport, Iowa, and the building collapse that happened there. Because it's absolutely insane. So, a building collapsed in Davenport on 4th and Harrison in Davenport, Iowa. And then, in a normal situation, you'd have people go into the building and like evacuate people that were inside of the building. You would also evacuate, I don't know, pets, things of that nature. And yet, this is not a normal situation. We're in fucking Iowa. And of course, in Iowa, what happens in a situation like that? Well, they decided, fuck it, it's demolition time. We're not going to go inside. We're not going to fucking let anybody inside. We're just going to do a demolition. Like there's a murder in there and you're just fucking, refusing to cover it or something. Like it's a goddamn, it's a goddamn murder mystery with like a fucking shitty mayor who's like, yeah, the only way to like make sure that I can get away with it is by covering up the murder by demolishing the building. Okay? It's ridiculous to the people who might be dead inside. It's also ridiculous to not actually try to figure out what the fuck happened there. It's also ridiculous that there might be people in there right now still, alive. So the community is pleading now and has been protesting. Here's a video on it. Is this actually a video on it? Officials.
Protesters rallied around a partially collapsed apartment complex in Davenport, Iowa, as city officials prepared to demolish it. Residents say 2 people are still unaccounted for, Ryan Hitchcock and Brandon Colvin, but the city plans to move forward with the demolition anyway. Previously, city officials claimed there were no signs of life left in the building and prepared to send in demo crews until resident Lisa Brooks was seen waving from a 3rd-floor window.
National media is saying what a great job they did finding everybody, and it's not the truth. They said that there are no...
Dude, that's fucking insane, dude. America is so gross, dude. The way that this country treats black people is fucking psychotic. Poor people in general. Holy fuck.
They had to have their leg cut off for them to get them out of this building. Is that not an injury?
Residents are saying that what they're calling...
For the record, this is exactly what happens in like a fucking 3rd world country. Just pointing that out. I mean, you guys saw it. You guys saw what happened in Turkey, which is like a developing nation, right? Like, they're like, oh, fuck it, YOLO. It's even worse. It's worse than what Turkey did for earthquake relief efforts. Earthquake relief efforts is what happens after an earthquake. Turkey fucked up. The Turkish government fucked up before the earthquake. They fucked up on the relief efforts in the after the recovery as well. This is not even an earthquake.
A failed rescue calls attention to the city's apparent disinterest in ensuring the safety of its black residents as it prepares to potentially leave tenants in the rubble. Activists say that the lack of housing protections is what led to this disaster. As of 2023, Iowa ranked 4th worst in public housing inspections in the U.S. The apartment building, which
the mayor might be a business agent for the company that owns the building, by the way, and they didn't let any black people speak at the press conference, let alone in the room where it was held. Last week, the building passed inspection, and now it collapsed, and it suddenly changed to failed. Yeah. Tenants who lived in an Iowa building predicted it would collapse before it did, a source says. Right now, families of the tenants are outside begging police to search for their relatives before demolishing the building. And they were saying no, by the way. They were like, no, we're going to demolish it. They actually have passed it off for 1 extra day, for the record. So remember, this is the America that we live in. There was a TikTok of a woman who just moved out showing huge cracks in the wall. This photo was taken 2 days before the apartment building collapsed in Davenport. The building should have not been occupied. You can clearly see bricks falling and bowing out. The rest of the building will be demolished beginning Tuesday morning. How does that happen? How on earth did it pass inspection? How did it? How did it pass inspection, you think? It appears the mayor of one of the Quad Cities may be registered business agent for the company that owns this building, which would explain the hurry to tear it down. Dear City of Davenport, why the rush to tear down this building? There are pets still trapped inside. 1 cat lives in this apartment. Another has 3 cats looking out the window. Reports of people missing too. I like that the cats came first. Apparently, there's a Robert Gallagher Sr. and Jr., not sure which we are dealing with. Hopefully, local media does their job. The public deserves any and all answers on why the building collapsed. Could anything be done? Why the rush to tear it down? And who all is involved? In any event, there appears to be a connection here worth investigating. There are too many red flags to simply let this go at face value. This keeps getting worse. I sincerely hope that people of Quad Cities can hold their leaders accountable. After the press conference, the city changed last week's inspection from pass to fail. Proof they're still trying to hide things and destroy evidence. They also added a name to. They also added the name of who inspected the building. Local journalists are digging in now. All the ones I know are relentlessly tenacious in the pursuit of facts. Yeah. So, bro, what the fuck? There's still pets in the building? Yes, there were pets in the building and there were people in the building. And they were trying to demolish it. And they were actively, obviously, stopping people from entering the building. Because, I mean, that's a safety measure. That's understandable. And I mean, here.
First responders rescue another victim from a partially collapsed apartment building in Davenport more than 24 hours after it fell. Davenport police are still working with families to account for people who live there. 6 stories of the side of the building.
It was too unsafe to evacuate. Yeah, that's fucking bullshit, dog. What do you mean? You are watching a news video of them evacuating the building. What do you mean? There's like a live person in there. There's a live person in a fucking building that is slated to be demolished, and you just go, sorry, we just can't fucking evacuate you. You're going to die. Like, you can hear her go, hey, please help me. I'm alive. I'm in this building. And you go, nah, sorry. You just got to die? What are you, fucking crazy? That's wild. Rescuers face a no-win situation. Enter a building on the verge of collapse to find missing residents, or let the apartments get demolished. At any moment, the remains of a 6-story apartment building in Iowa could come crashing down. The only question is if someone else might be inside. Davenport city officials now face the grueling decision of whether you send rescuers into a partially collapsed building to look for those still accounted for, or demolish the rest of the building before anyone else gets hurt. It's been 2 days. Wait, what do you mean? You're not letting anybody into the building. The only people that would get hurt in that situation is just the people that are inside that you're going to kill. It's been 2 days since the part of Davenport building mysteriously imploded. While no deaths were reported, 8 people were rescued from the building within a day following the collapse. By Monday afternoon, the city said rescue efforts had turned into a recovery operation and the building was expected to be demolished Tuesday morning. But those demolition plans were scrapped after a 9th survivor was unexpectedly rescued from an apartment late Monday. Did the Davenport officials write this article? Are these people related to the Davenport officials? Why are they writing this article like they are literally the mayor? What is happening right now? No, it wasn't unexpected that there was a fucking 9th survivor. People literally were saying, there's survivors in the building. I'm not there, and I know about it because I've even fucking saw it on Twitter. They were not looking. They said, sorry, too late. The fire department pulled Lisa Brooks out of the apartment last night. That right there is an indicator that we need to go up there again, said the Davenport Fire Marshal Jim Morris. So the first responders in the situation are saying, we need to go up there again. CNN, on the other hand, is like, I don't know. Maybe we should murder them. What is going on? But each time rescue crews went into the structure, the building shifted at some point, Morris said, and a massive weight load on what's left of the roof, including air conditioning units and utility equipment, intensifies the risk of total collapse. It's not even about them being scared to go in. The DPD were holding people back from going in to find their own family. They wouldn't even let them sign the waiver to say they won't sue if they get injured. Yeah. It seems more like a rapid demolition to just basically destroy the evidence as quickly as possible, as swiftly as possible. We need to evaluate what we see between the structural engineer, our technical rescue teams, and formulate the best possible way to strategically go in there, the fire marshal said. 5 people are still unaccounted for, including 2 that we believe might be in the building, Mayor Mike Mattson said Tuesday. Missing man's family supports stopping the search. What? Protesters gathered Monday night after news of a planned demolition, saying some residents could still be trapped. CNN affiliate Quad City Times reported. Some sign held, "Who's in the rubble and find them first." Ryan Hitchcock is among those still unaccounted for. Bro, what the fuck is this article, dude? But Amy Anderson, a relative of Hitchcock, said the family has accepted the likelihood that their loved one is gone and supported the city's plans to carefully take down the rest of the building to prevent further harm. What? Okay, I'm losing my mind, dude. No, they went and they found what? They don't know Ryan. They don't know our family. Ryan wouldn't want anyone else to put their lives at risk. Bro, did the mayor write this article? What is happening? I was completely mortified about the protests and people raising a voice, Anderson said at a news conference Tuesday. Anderson became emotional as she spoke about Hitchcock in the past tense. I don't discount that he could be trapped under there miraculously. We've seen some miraculous things, and our God is good, she said. But we don't want to see any more families lose their lives or anybody else be injured in trying to remove that rubble and have anything fall. We would like to see the city, what their plan is, to take it out piece by piece. They have given us their word that they're going to treat that already collapsed area with sensitivity to the remains that are underneath and excavate them as soon as possible and recover them. That's really what we want. We do not want a full-on demolition or a full-on delay for that building to even collapse more and put more rubble on top of them, Anderson said. Right now, it's an absolute no-win situation, but this is the best plan of attack, and we don't want anyone else hurt. What? What is going on? That's a cousin that was handpicked. His mom is still trying to get in. Most likely the family trusts cops and were lied to by the cops would explain their reasoning. Bro, what is happening right now? What, like, they're like, yeah, my cousin is kind of shitty. Like, he's probably dead. He's better off. There's 0% chance that this is like the only family member that this person has. What the fuck? Morris, the fire marshal, broke down several times during Tuesday's news conference. We're very sympathetic to the possibility that there's 2 people, Morris said, before pausing for nearly 30 seconds, that there's 2 people still left inside. We are partnering with other entities as well as our department to remove any possible human remains with dignity. But as the fire marshal, I will not allow them to use explosives in a heavily populated downtown area. This would be a coordinated demolition. Already, the building remains in imminent danger of collapse, with the condition on site continuing to worsen. It is the opinion of the structural engineer that the debris pile currently contributing to the stability of the building and that removal could jeopardize or accelerate the inevitable collapse of the building. The collapse destroyed entire rooms of residents' cherished possessions and left some with no place to live. Army veteran Fred Voorhis lost every piece of memorabilia from his 21-year military service, along with several essential medications. Voorhis was sleeping when the collapse happened. I opened up the door to my apartment and there was daylight. It was supposed to be a hallway, Voorhis told the affiliate. With his home ruined, he said he has no idea where he will live. There's no backup plan, he said. The mayor said the structurally precarious building is far too dangerous for residents to return to retrieve belongings. How an unexpected rescue unfolded. On Monday, Davenport officials said it appeared no more survivors would be found. That, of course, was not true. The people on the ground were saying that that was not the case. Why is CNN reporting on this like this? It's very weird. This is a very weird story. After extensive rescue operations, no confirmed viable signs of life were noted, the city said in a news release Monday night. After multiple rescue evolutions over the course of the 24 hours since the incident, crews were unable to find any victims in need of rescue. Then news broke out about another survivor. Brooks, the last survivor to be rescued, managed to call her daughters from the 4th floor of the building late Monday, the Quad City Times reported. Family members rushed to alert emergency crews to her location. Firefighters raised a bucket ladder to rescue Brooks, who waved out of a window.